Good afternoon, kings and queens, gentlemen and ladies. This is Refined Rose, back with another video. Kaylin Johnson and her 2-year-old son lost their lives back in 2022, but her boyfriend has just taken a plea deal to manslaughter to her death and first-degree feticide because she was pregnant at the time he shot her and killed her. When he shot her and killed her, she and her son was in a vehicle with him, and he is the boyfriend. So after he shot his girlfriend, his pregnant girlfriend, and killed her, he decided, hey, what am I going to do with her son, this 2-year-old son that's not mine, that's in the back seat? So what he did was he drove to the nearest bridge and threw this child over a bridge. The child survived the fall over the bridge, but the child suffered the fall because he died of starvation and thirst. So it was a horrific death for this 2-year-old. So family members started to wonder, where is Kaylin Johnson? We haven't heard from Kaylin Johnson, and we know she's dating Brennan Murphy. What's going on? So they couldn't locate Kaylin Johnson, so they did a missing persons report. And they ended up finding Kaylin Johnson's body that he had dumped after shooting her while she was pregnant with their child. They later located her 2-year-old son by another man who was thrown off a bridge and starved to death and succumbed to his injuries. Some of us are staying too long in these DV, domestic violence relationships, and we're losing our lives. We can't even protect our kids, but we're staying in these relationships because we love our we love our abusers, and we want them to change, and we want to pray it away. We can't make people change, y'all. We have to realize that we have family members that loves us. We have children in this relationship. They will not only kill us, they will kill the kids too. And it would be a murder-suicide. And we're just staying too long out of the name of love because we fell in love with their false representation of themselves, their false self, their phony self. We have to some type of way snap out of it to save the life of our kids. If we're not going to save our lives, if our lives don't mean much to us, let's think about our kids' lives, our loved ones' lives, our pet lives. So she was killed for staying too long. And then her unborn child was killed. And then her son, her 2-year-old son, by another person, was killed by being thrown off a bridge. That he didn't die. He didn't die from being thrown off of a bridge. He died because he was thirsty and hungry. He starved to death. And he later succumbed to his injuries as well, too, on top of starving to death and being thirsty. So he's been prosecuted. He finally accepted a plea deal to save the family from going through a horrific ordeal of having to go to court, to trial, back and forth. So he took a plea deal which would sentence him to 95 years in prison. But 3 lives are gone. I know some people may say, well, she was just pregnant, the fetus wasn't born yet. But to me, it's 3 lives because it could have been a fetus that could have been born. Her 2-year-old that was here, and her life. So he's going to spend the rest of his life. He accepted a plea deal, which was second-degree murder, because he probably didn't plan to kill her. He probably just snapped and shot her to death. And then threw her son over a bridge because he didn't know what to do with that child. The child wasn't his. He was like, what the heck am I going to do with this child? I just tossed this child over the bridge. He's crazy. He's mentally unstable. I mean, what person in their right mind would do something like that? So now there's 2 families mourning. Her family, because she didn't leave in time enough, and his family, because they've lost him. Sometimes we stay too long. I just ask that we think about other people and our pets. If we're going to stay in a relationship, at least let's try to save our children or our aging parents if they're staying with us. Because these abusers, they don't have any mercy, y'all. They're taking us out of here. They're not playing with us. And this happened in Louisiana. If I didn't say that already, you can Google the story. A man in Louisiana shot his pregnant girlfriend and tossed her son over a bridge, and he's going to do 95 years behind bars to save the family of a trial. That's all I have for now. Refined Rose out. Bye for now.